this is Bob from Let's Get Retro. Now, I normally, when I'm doing reviews, I normally look at, like interesting games or odd games or cool games or whatever. The whole reason I'm covering this is completely personal. The first proper computer I had, well, the first computer I had was a thing called a Sword M5, but that's a story for another day. The first proper computer that anyone outside Eastern Europe or Japan had heard of that I ever had was an Atari 800 XL. At first, I got 3 games with it. I got Montezuma's Revenge, which is an absolute classic. I got Boulder Dash Construction Kit, which is again a classic. And I lastly got this, which I suppose is 4 games actually. It's Atari Smash Hits Volume 4 by a company called English Software. Now, I got this from there's a guy, a fantastic guy out there, has a site called Infidels. Not Infidels, because that's a different site altogether. Infidels. And he has some great, I don't know why I'm telling you this, because it's like the best kept secret ever, but he's some really good software, lots of Atari stuff, well, Atari 2600 stuff, Commodore, Spectrum, that kind of thing. I'll put the link down the bottom of my page, and yeah, it's well worth checking out, and I picked this up there. So yeah, by the way, if there's any chance of a free game for that plug, Mr. Infidels, I would be grateful, but yeah, let's not worry about that. So this was the first compilation pack I got from my Atari. I've never seen anything other than Volume 4. I mean, it surely exists, but I've just, I've never seen it. So hang on, let's look at the blurb. This is it here, anyway. Instructions on the back, including an ad for, let's get it in there, a game called Electric Glide, which gets mentioned later on. You'll hear about that later on, actually. It basically consists of the Atari chart-topping kung fu classic, Atari Chop Suey, by Popular Computing Weekly. This is obviously the criteria. They felt like they had to give a criteria of why it was a smash hit. So it lists its position in the charts. And then, like, the B-sides then are Fire Chief, Hijack, and Kissin Cousins, which even gets its own little logo. Excellent game. Very addictive by A&B Computing. So, yeah, we're going to crack into the games. And you shall see. I'm going to do nice, very, very quick, because I don't want to take up your whole day. You obviously want to, you want the cool stuff. You want to be looking at old Atari games. But, well, I think they're pretty cool. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the first game, which I think is going to be Chop Suey. Okay, we're looking at Chop Suey first. And, you see, this is Atari plus Classic. I actually know this. This is Max Brandenburg Concerto No. 3. I know I don't know classical music, but I just happen to know that. See, this is the classy thing. If this is a Spectrum, it'd be like the Birdie song, or Should Up Be Your Face, or some sort of 80s crass song. See, Atari equals classy classical music. It's a karate game, a one-on-one fighter. It looks great. It's got that lovely rainbow effect on the side of the Atari just so well. The little audience there, okay, initially that's just to, take up screen real estate. There's a bit of danger there with the old Scorpion, really adding to the realism there. Let's kick it off. See if I can remember the buttons there. There we go, sorry for that there. You got 2 speed options, fast and slow, and you got options of playing against the computer, or against the, is that clock going down? Or playing against the computer, or against your mate, or you can even go computer versus computer. Oh my god, it's set to fast. Now, a couple of things. Firstly, at least this shows you the Atari could really belt out if it wanted. It could go really, really fast. 2 things that are a bit of a problem with this game. Firstly, it's practically impossible to tell which is you and which is the other player. I don't know if this is to do with a limitation on the program, or just bad design, or what. The second thing is the controls are just, it uses a very interesting system. It basically pushing forward makes you go forward, pushing back makes you go back, pulling down does that kind of kick, pulling up does a high kick, pressing fire makes you change direction. But it's just not really intuitive, and it's a pity, because it's because it's a lovely looking game. Like I said, if they'd only just made the two fighters look a little bit different, it would be great. That POW system, by the way, is a kind of pain threshold thing, and the gist of it is, the more you hit the when you hit players, you hit the other player, it goes up a bit, and if you keep hitting them, every time you hit them, it goes up a little bit and then recedes. And it's just basically, the more if you keep belting away at him, eventually it'll go completely yellow, and then he'll be stunned. And the idea is that, you know, it's your pain threshold, so you get hit a little bit and you come back from it straight away, but the more you get hit, the less likely you are to come back from your hits. So that's it. Now, like I said, playing this on slow is horrible. Playing it on fast, it's actually pretty good. There's the skill level goes up, but again, it's kind of hard to see really. You know, oh, here's the scorpion. Oh, there we go. Like, it's not a bad game, but looking at it in the cold light of day, it looks almost unfinished. Like I said, the fact that, you know, there's nothing telling you you've gone to another level other than the timer setting. There's nothing really, you know, even if they've given those guys two different coloured hairs, or say two different sets of hair, or, you know, two different coloured belts or something. Unless there's a button to cycle through the colours, but again, it'd be a bit weird they all start off the same. Sorry, I'm just looking at the instructions there. They're for the same colour belts or whatever. But there you go. That has been Shop Suey, and next up, I might have a quick look at Fire Chief. Right, folks, we're looking at Fire Chief. I just love that rainbow effect. This is a really interesting game. It's split into two halves. First one is a real kind of... It reminds me of an Atari 2600 game. You basically just drive along that 4-lane highway there. And you basically have to make it to... Is that where it says to go? That has to get into 0, so you have to make it all the way through 100 miles, let's say, to the scene of the fire that you're going to put out. They actually did a really cool thing. The plot of the game has you up against a mad pyromaniac who's burning copies of a game called Electric Light, which Inner Software made as well. So, a little bit of cross promotion there. Now, this is insanely hard. What we're going to do is I'll just show you, and then I might just do a jump cut to like 5 hours later when I've actually passed it. Now, let's start that again and try to do a bit better. Holding down the fire button allows you to pass through the traffic. Now, I think what's happening in my case here is that the auto fire is kicked in this emulator, and it's just making it very hard to do. So you can try and go to sane speed there. Okay, jump cut ahoy, folks. We're just gonna go. I'm just gonna do a jump cut, and hopefully you will instantly see me in the next level. For me, those separate arrows are probably gonna pass. Okay, let's go. Okay, should be it. You do not want to know how long that took me, folks. My beard has grown more in the time it took. It was a long, long time. Okay, so this is level 2. This is the mad pyromaniac type guy who's gone. And this is you. This is fire. Oh, the Hoover thing is going to save me. So the gist of this is, remember, you can't put out the... It's really cool. You can't actually put out the crazy flames, but you can put out the smaller ones. The gist of it is you have to get to that safe over there, collect it, and then make your way back out. Oh dear. And if you fail, and you will fail, you have to go back to this screen again. And race to the next one. It's a nice little game. It's just so bloody hard. Make sure if you're playing this you have auto fire switched off. That created awful problems for me there. But there you go, it's Fire Chief. I used to find this infuriatingly hard as a kid. As an adult, it's even more hard. Anyway, onwards, and we shall look at Kissin Cousins. Go on, we'll look at that next. Okay. This is, as you can probably see there, Kissin Cousins. Now, that guy to your left, it's got speech, which is pretty cool. The chap there to the left, I think, bears more than a passing resemblance to Panama Joe from Montezuma's Revenge. If I'm doing something right, you should hopefully see Montezuma's Revenge on screen there now. If not, I'm going to look really silly. But I think he's really, really, really similar. Make of that what you will. Maybe he's his cousin. Maybe that's what. I don't think it's that kind of. I don't think it's that kind of game. Yeah. It is insanely hard. Let's try it again. The idea of it is, you don't run into things. Oh, for the love of God, would you look at... Ah! Gotten Himmel. Alright, let's try. The worst thing is, that's screen 0. Does that strike you as fair, folks? Doesn't strike me as fair at all. I hate this is the burning intensity of 1,000 suns. It's not it's infuriating. This is the era when everyone was doing that Jet Set Willy thing and having lots of wacky things on screen. Well, the bins. Look at the bins there. The tops are moving. They're flapping. It's the problem. It needs absolutely pixel perfect movement to get your go. Alright, one more go, and then we're going to call it quits. Even when I played this as a kid, I thought this was insanely hard. Let's see if we can get speech again. It's just, like I said, I think eventually you get bad guys you are at the right level to fire at. And so you go, alright, one more go. It is kind of, one more go-ish. I'll give it that. More-ish, as they say. Hooray! Maybe the writers wanted to prove that, feeling like that about your cousins is a bad thing. And obviously that's why they made the game impossible. They weren't trying to hurt the player, they were trying to save not Panama Joe here from his baser instincts. Anyway, okay, that was Kissin Cousins. I don't really think there's anything else I can say about that. Let's have a look at Hijack, the last game. Go ahead, Mr. Bouncy Kangaroo. I have no time for you. So, lastly, it's Hijack by Yoel, or Joel, I'm not too sure. There's a little moonwalking guy in the train. I'm looking at the blurb here, it says, Operation Hijack, latest bulletin classified. Hijack train, 10 VIPs amongst the passenger, chopper to the rescue. So, man, what, you're only rescuing the VIPs? It's like the common man can go screw himself. It's terrible. Oh, nice little ditty there, runaway train, is it? Why am I asking you? You can't answer me. So, it's a kind of shopliftery style thing. Basically, you fly along the train, avoiding the cannons and avoiding the trees, which are just horrible in appearance. Hang on. Oh, there he is. Get off the chopper. Yeah, basically on the first level, the biggest danger is trees. They appear out of nowhere. Literally, sometimes you'll fly back and a tree has appeared out of nowhere. On later levels, those kind of little diagonal things there, indicating of a rope, fire, and I think the gunfire around you gets lower, so I think there might be enemy choppers or something. But it's a nice little game. Oh, lovely parallax scrolling there. If only the helicopter didn't look like a cardboard cutout, it would be really, really perfect. But as it is, it's still a nice little bloody trees. Snooty bastards. Yeah, it's a nice little game. A nice way to finish the roundup of our look at English Software Smash Hits Volume 4. Let's see, can I get the last couple of guys? It's like a fishing fishing for important people. Damn you, tree. Damn you to hell. Come back. Where did the tree come from? It wasn't back there. So that's basically it. It's level 2 and trees are still just as vicious and unforgiving as ever. There you go, that moonwalking VIP there's waving us goodbye. Okay, that was Hijack. Okay, I'm doing outro videos now. What the hell's that about? Yeah, so that was Atari Smash Hits Volume 4. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do compilations like this together. It's just I didn't really think that I didn't think these guys quite warranted their own individual review. And it's like I said, I'd always end up playing all 4 games together anyway. Back when I could get them to load. The one good thing about modern retro gaming is that you can buy your copy of a game and then just emulate it. But there you go. That's been Atari. No, Atari Smash Hits Volume 4. Thanks for watching, guys, and guys and girls, by the way. And